Hey everyone, it's Flackety8. Welcome back to Operation Patriot Games. It is 5.3 Soviet Global. Aha, yeah. Let's get into it. Housekeeping, a couple things. And actually one while I was updating, Captain G actually forgot to put an artillery on his board while setting up, so let the record show that there is a regular artillery in Western Czech from the start of the game. That's the setup artillery, and that's where that is. Another housekeep from Ozark Outpost's turn. And it was my mistake. I forgot to add the ASW helos to my casualty list, which would have been the first two hits because they are 2 IPP each. The cheapest units there. It makes perfect sense. And a gentleman that Ozark is, he let me change those out for the 2 hits that you probably saw in his video. So no harm, no foul. Another housekeep, this NATO sub that is still UK for the Troubles event has to be adjacent UK territory. So we went ahead and moved that from I5 down to A6, excuse me, A5 to A6. Okay, I believe that is all I have for housekeeping. Oh, one last thing, and I need to reflect this on the map as well. Because of the glorious Soviet victory, that was the naval battle in I-4, we received a naval battle star, and we can either place a minor shipyard or upgrade a minor to a major, and we are going to place that minor shipyard in Mozambique. Very good. Okay. Let's get into some technology. And we have 5. We're going to go for 4, 3, 9, 11, 13, which are computers. We are still stuck at stage 2. Advanced SLBM, stage 2. Advanced Air Superiority Fighter, stage 2. Advanced Sonar, stage 1. And Advanced Manufacturing, stage 1. So let's see how we do here. Oh, grabbed the wrong dice. Okay, so I see 2 8s. The 3 way up here, and the 4 and the 6 are nowhere misses. So we got number 4, Advanced SLBMs, and number 11, Advanced Sonar. Okay, I'll take it. Not crazy, but we'll take it. Okay. Let's dive into our buy. I feel like I'm talking loud over the Soviet glory to the Soviet Union music in the background. So, all right, so we had 49 to spend, and I knew I would forget, but first thing you do is repair damage. So let's go ahead and repair 2 damage to the major air base, which is a Soviet air base in Western Czech. So look at that little Soviet symbol there. And that should be a major. I have not changed that to a major on my map, apparently. So let me change that out really quick with my handy-dandy organized marker box here. But okay, let's jump into our military aid. We are going to send to the Warsaw Pact via land connection a mech and a MBT. Everything else we are going to purchase down in Africa via the 4 army bases I have down there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. So, and I have these color coded 1, 2, 3, 4 in purple, pink, pink, blue, green, and orange. So, a paramilitary, 2 mechs, and a SPAG for 12. A SPAG, mech, SAM, and a mech Spag, Sam, and a para for 11. A Spag, Mech, Sam for 9. And lastly, a Mech and a Sam for 7. And that is our 49 IPP. And then, last but not least, our missile production. We will produce 4 cruise missiles, 4 ASMs, 4 P700s, and 4 KH-22s. Very good, outstanding. All right, let's get into some attacks. We've got a few, but not a terrible many. So let's start over here. A47, we're gonna take the nuclear attack sub. 1, 2, 3, and put him in A41, where he is going to attack with his partner in silent running. We're gonna take him off silent running. That US nuclear sub there in A41. So we have a 2-on-1 classic sub battle going on here. Next up, let's swing around the map here. I1, I've got 2 nuclear subs on silent running. They're going to come off silent running. They're going to go 1, 2 up to I4, where they are going to shoot a retaliatory attack against the NATO fleet here in I5. They're going to shoot 4 ASMs. I've got 3 nuke subs, but I only have 4 ASMs. So we're going to shoot 4 ASMs from the 2 nuke subs. And the battle cruiser is going to shoot 2 P700s. And with no spy sat, there's only 2 ships here to target. And I have that casualty order in the chat here. So that'll be that attack. Next up, we gotta swing around the map. Let's start over here, somewhere without a glare. Okay, very good. From the major air bases in Eastern Germany, Soviet, can't see that, Soviet, and Soviet, Western Czech, we are each going to fire 1 cruise missile for a total of 2 into Rhineland, and we have long-range missiles. So that is 1, 2. So we have a stack of missiles here. So it's 2 cruise missiles with the spy sat. Also, from Murmansk, we have a strategic bomber, which is going to fly 1, 2, 3, whoop, down to A12. And it's going to bring a pretty massive escort, 2 ASFs and a Top Gun, where that's going to fire 2 more cruise missiles into Rhineland. Lastly, we're going to take the entire fleet in A13, even though 1 ship is making a combat move. Technically, only the cruiser is going to slide down to A12 and fire the 5th cruise missile, which will go 1, 2 into Rhineland. So we'll have 5 cruise missiles. Target select with the spy sat in Rhineland. All right, next up. All right, find a good spot here. The fleet in A8. We're going to take 2 ASW helos, and they're going to fly over 1 into A5. 2 diesel electric subs, and 1 diesel electric sub way over here in A9 for 3 diesel electric subs. We're going to attack, as a screen attack, this NATO diesel electric sub. If that succeeds, we can force them to silent run, which we will. 5 against 1. We will combat 2 Marines and this surface fleet into A4. To do amphibious assaults into Iceland and Greenland. Very good. from Svalbard. We're going to take an attack helo. It's going to go 1, 2 into Nordland, which has a glare here. Here we go. Accompanied by 2 airborne via airborne assault at the minor airbase in Svealand. 2 more attack helos in Svealand. 1 fighter from Murmansk. 1 attack helo from, or attack bomber from Murmansk. And then a mech and a SAM from Murmansk. And that is the Nordland attack. Oh, not quite. The Yak-38 from A-13 is going to fly 1, 2 as well. It looks like overkill, and that's because it is. All right. Next up, the Tu-22 from the NAS in Murmansk. It's going to fly 1, 2 into A8, where it will fire 2 KH-22s, a distance of 1 A7 to A6, and target that destroyer that is sitting there in A6. Okay. I believe that is all I have for attacks. Let's go ahead and resolve. I don't have anything too overly complicated, and it appears I did miss one, so I spoke too soon. From the airbase in Western Africa, Southwestern Africa, excuse me. We're going to take the airborne. No, we're not. We're not going to take the airborne. We're going to take the attack helo. It's going to go 1, 2 into Zimbabwe. Excuse me, Malawi. It's covered here. Yep, there we go. Malawi. All right, so we got 1 attack helo. 1 light infantry is walking in from Mozambique. And then all 4 fighters, 3 from Angola, and 1 from Mozambique. We're going to walk in there. So lots of air power, 1 light infantry. That is the last attack. Very good. Very good, very good. All right, let's get into it. Let's start over here. I'm going to bring the battle box. The Admiral Seabass official dice tray over here, because we have room. Look at there. Outstanding. All right, so let's do the attacker. Let's do, these look like fun dice. Let's roll these one at a time. So we have a nuke and a diesel against a nuke. So we'll start with the diesel electric sub at a 3. Ooh, so close to a 1. And a nuclear attack sub at a 4. And that is a 7. Give that a close up here. 6 and a 7. So that is a miss and a miss. And Knights Templar opted to silent run. Very smart of him. That sub will fight another day. Okay. All right. Shots fired, but nothing happened. All right, let's move over. I'll probably just leave this over here, but I'll just resolve it here. We've got some decent lighting. So we've got 1 cruiser that will roll AMD. Let's give NATO blue. I like to give countries their colors. So here we go, 1 4 less for AMD. And that is a 12. Shoot. All right, so we've got 2 targets. And we've got 5 missiles. P700s are at 6. ASMs are at 5. So let's do, I need some more dice here. Let's do orange and red. All right, so we got 3 and 2. They correspond with their missiles. So here we go. Missile attack, take 2. See how we do. Okay, so we got a, I'll swing over here so we can see. We got a 6 and an 8. The 8 is a mess. We got a 6, 7, and a 3. And those are hard to see, but the 6 and the 7 are misses. So we got 2 hits. Let me verify the casualty. I believe it's the first two on the carrier. But let me check here quick. Don't have this pulled up. My apologies. Okay. Alright. Hit number 1, carrier. Hit number 2, carrier. So we're going to put 2 hits on that carrier. The attack bomber and one of the fighters will be forced to disembark. So when you have damage on a carrier, it loses its air capacity. So we're going to take the attack bomber, land him in Suez, and one of the fighters land him in Suez. And I don't have a sculpt ready, so I'm just going to put an empty flight stand there for Mike of the Ozark Outpost. All right, very good. I'll take it. I got some success, not a lot, but I got some. So. Very good. Okay. Let's do these out of order since I'm on this side of the board. Let's do this Malawi attack. All right, so we've got a light infantry. We'll give him orange. We got an attack helo. We'll give him blue. He's at a 6. Oh my goodness, here we go. He's at a 6, and that actually boosts our light infantry up to a 3. Very good. And then we've got 4 fighters at 6. And I'm just gonna put a 6 down here for that. So we got an orange, blue, and we'll give that paramilitary a green for the U.S. So here we go. All right, so looks like we got a 2 and a 4. We got 2 hits out of all those dice. Just a close up here, 2 and a 4. Defender hit a 10, so we have a miss on the paramilitary. So, all right, let's get close here. All right, so paramilitary comes off. U.S. roundel comes off. Soviet roundel goes on. Very good. We take that with no casualties. Very good. We'll put all that stuff here. And a green arrow because I want that stuff to move. And I will more than likely forget. All right, let's move on. Trucking right along. All right, let's do the cruise missiles in Rhineland. Let's try the camera here. I'll try that. All right, so we've got 3 AMD shots. Here we go. We got 3 AMD shots, 4 less shoots on missile. Oh my, look at there. 12, 4, 4. So we lost 2. So we're down to 3 missiles. Let's do the same 3 dice, keep it even. 3 missiles, 5 or less with target select. So here we go. Okay, so we got 2, 2, 7. Got 2 hits. So we will take 2 of the 4 artillery off the stack. Very good, very good. All right. Easy peasy. All right, let's move on to the sub screen. This seems like an okay spot. So let's take the 2 ASW helos. We'll give them what is that? Ivory at a 3. So that's 2. We got 3. Here we got 3 oranges. I need a 4th. Way away from my dice box, way over there. These are also at a 3. So let's go ahead and roll this. This is 2 ASW Helos and 3 Diesel Electrics in I5 to see if we get a hit. All right, so we got one hit. One of the ASW Helos hit. So let's defend that NATO Diesel Electric sub at a 3 or less. And that is an 8. Okay. All right, so the sub is gone. Very good. The surface fleet will now combat through. And a couple things now happen. Let me fix that later. So the ASW Helos here in A4 that belong to NATO have to retire because they do not have eligible targets because I brought in all surface units. So these 2 ASW Helos retire. All right, leaving a wide open path to take Iceland undefended and Greenland, which is undefended. Outstanding, outstanding. All right, so let's move on over to Nordland, where we do have a few defenders. All right, so we're mixing it up. Attacking from a completely different side of the board here. So we've got 3 attack helos at 6. We've got 2 airborne boosted by the attack helos from a 4 to a 5. Very good. So we got 2 orange. Got 2 orange. Very good. All right. In defending, we've got got 2 greens. Put that green up here at a 5 for the 2 max. It's a different color, but it's green. Got a fighter. Put the fighter here. Put the fighter in teal at a 6. And let's start there because that's all I have colors for on the side of the board. I don't want to keep everyone waiting. All right. So our teal missed with an 11. Our ivories, we got a 6 and a 1. So that's our hits. We missed with the defenders at an 11 and an 8 in the green. And just for some potential overkill, I'll roll an attack bomber at 7, and that is a 6. So we've got 1 overkill and a yak at 4. That missed, so we got 1 overkill. So we'll take that land zone of Nordland. It's all upside down, my apologies. With 3 attack helos, 2 airborne, didn't even roll for the mech, and a fighter. All right, very good. Okay, all right. Last attack, we have a missile attack on A6 right here. And we've got no defense. So we've got 2 at these are at 7. These KH-22s are at 7. So here we go. All right, we got a 2 and an 8. So that destroyer is gone. All right. All right, so it looks like that wraps up our attacks. Sitting at a cool 24 minutes. Let's go ahead and go into our non-combats. And we've got a few. Okay. All right, clean up some arrows. Gotta love arrows. All right, non-combats. Pulling up the old computer here. All right, non-combats. We'll start down here in Africa. Ooh. So we've got an attack helo coming down back from Malawi. We're gonna chip out this fighter for 4 fighters. 4 fighters down to Mozambique. Take this one off. Very good. Light infantry has to stay. Airborne is going to air. Not even. It's just going to use its non-combat to go 1-2 into Mozambique. All right. Very good. Okay. Nothing else to move on this side. With that being said, we'll swing back over here. Hopefully we can see this really well. Okay. So first, from the Soviet Corps that is in Austria, we've got 2 SAMs, 2 MBTs, a next-gen artillery, 4 mechs, and 3 SPAGs. We are going to leave 1 SAM. It is going to go 1-2 into Eastern Germany. The SAM from Eastern Germany is going to hop up 1 space to Northern Germany. The entire core itself will slide down 1 to Veneto. Oh, I'm knocking stuff over. So we have the entire Soviet core in Veneto. From Western Ukraine, we've got a army base. It's a major army base. We're going to use our strategic land move to add 1 movement space to our non-combating units. So we're going to take the MBT. It's going to go 1, 2, 3 onto that Soviet core, making it 3 MBTs there. So we'll chip that out really quick. The 2 SAMs from Western Ukraine. 1 is going to go to, let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, and this is to Bavaria. And the second one, excuse me, will go, let's see, 1, 2 to Western Czech. All right, outstanding. Outstanding. Okay, very good. Disregard all my arrows. I'm gonna leave them there for the time being. Let's move down over here. We can land some aircraft. Okay, so we're gonna take the strategic bomber. He's gonna go back to Svealand. Nope, he's gonna move back to, yeah, let's make it Svealand. Our air cav from Finland's gonna hop over 1-2. We're gonna move 2 attack helos, excuse me, 1 attack helo back to Svealand. We need a better angle. There we go, that's a little bit better. The fighter is going to land in Svealand. The Yak-38 is going to land 1-2 in A12, where the entire fleet, minus the cruiser, is now non-combating too. Shoot, A12, very good. Yak-38, just going to throw him right on the card. Attack bomber is going to land in Svealand. Very good. The mech up here in Murmansk is going to slide down 1-2 to Svealand. Okay, very good. Okay, very good. Okay. The AS fighters and Top Guns, they are going to go... They are going to land back in Murmansk with the Tu-22, who's going to return to Murmansk at the NAS there. These missiles are done. Done, kaput. Okay. All right, second thought, we are going to take this strategic bomber. He is going to go back to Murmansk. Okay, very good. Okay. That looks like... Nope, that's not it. We got stuff over here too. Let's fight the glare. All right, from A-19, we've got a nuclear attack sub that will now move because the two ASW helos in A3 lost their NAS. So they have to land in Scotland. So now the entire SOSUS zone is down due to the Soviet possession of Iceland. The nuclear attack sub in A-19 will go 1, 2, 3, and join its Soviet fleet in A4. Very good. Very good. Okay, so let's do our last movements. We're going to take an airborne via airlift out of Svealand. And we are going to take a fighter via rebase out of Murmansk. And we're going to put them all the way down here into Mozambique, where we now have 5 fighters and 2 airborne. Okay. All right. Very good. I knocked over the entire U.S. task force there. All right, so that is our non-combat. So let's go ahead and place units. Let's go ahead and start with our military aid. So our military aid will be created in Western Ukraine via the military or the major army base. It's going to go 1, 2 via land connection and drop into Bulgaria. Outstanding. All right, now let's go ahead and place our stuff down here in Africa. So my color-coded stuff in Mozambique. With the 1, we're going to put a paramilitary, a SPAG, and 2 mechs. In Southwest Africa, we're going to put the paramilitary, a SPAG, a mech, and a SAM. Very good. Jason Dice. Into Angola, we're going to put a SPAG, mech, and a SAM. And into Zimbabwe, we're going to put a mech and a SAM. Okay. All right, so that is our placement of units. Let me move all this stuff out of the way off camera. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about some things that happened here. So now we have, it's really tight here. So we have Zambu. Goodness sakes, I keep calling this the wrong. Malawi, there we go. Which is the 5th Soviet-possessed territory in land zone in Africa. So we get a free light infantry. Yay! Via the event. Outstanding. So we're going to place that free light infantry in Mozambique. Outstanding. All right, we do get a +2 for that Malawi up there. So, Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and collect our income. I'll adjust my missiles here. We've got 4 crews, 4 ASM, 7 P700s, and 7 KH-22s. Okay, so we've got base, income, change of none. So we'll collect 41. We have 10, 11 IP of bonus for 52. And we did not hit computers once again, which only gives us 3 IPP for that, which puts us at 55. All right, so let's go ahead and roll our global support. I'm gonna move my dice tray back to this side of the board. All right, so we can roll our global support. We're looking for low numbers. So here we go, low numbers. Ha, it's an 11. So that is 6. Oh, man. I gotta make change. All right, so here we go. 40. 5, 49. So we've got exactly the same as as last turn, 49. So, all right. That is the status of 5.3. Thanks for watching, everyone. I will do a disposition of forces here for my comrades of arms in the chat. So thanks for watching, everyone. Take care.